Zahin before Zahin is going to be picked up. As of course, we did have the conversation yesterday where we did have Aatrox actually picked up. A lot of people were asking why.
That looks weird.
Yeah, that is very strange. Didn't know you could get through that wall. There you go.
Sponge is very low.
Yeah, he is going to be able to take the first Chemtech Dragon, but Kanavi looking for a little bit of an option here. Does hit the Infernal Chains, but they're broken pretty comfortably.
Control that bottom lane. And the Corki pick working out here initially. Scout.
Emperor's Divide, yeah, going to throw back Scout here as Kanavi with the World Ender looking for an opportunity. Flash does come through. There's the Flash Infernal Chains, and Scout is just pulled back into the sweet spot of Q3. To look at as far as these neutral objectives. Zeus making his way down towards said pit already as Zeka finds it once again. It's so much easier with that flash on cooldown, and it's Zeka that grabs the kill this time. Man, this can clear that out. So he does know that he's been spotted, but full information over to HLE for now.
Like, Guma has barrier flash too. Like, this is going to be so tricky to pull off. They might be able to do it.
It's red-white guns. It's a bit scary here as the Pop Blossom does come on through. They do try and focus on Gumayuchi, but he gets the Wild Growth, and Taeyeon's going to go down in trade. Zeka teleports in to make sure that he's seeing the end of this fight, but a 1-for-1 is not what Nongshim were looking for.
Oh, certainly not. As Kingan's an early game Zahin, you know, and the Orianna is getting crushed.
Oh, Lahen's also getting crushed, but does have a disengage cone. Shout out to Valdez. Waiting on the space. Maybe we will get our highlight number one.
Taeyeon still has flash, but they could just cut off this Pantheon. Or sorry, this Nico.
Yeah, Lahen's has to flash immediately. Now Taeyeon realizes that he's in an awkward spot. There's the flash in from Sponge though as they do get Zeka, but he's able to shift the sands, get himself over the wall, flash from Scout, and Zeka is going to come on through, but Scout has that clockwork lined up, is able to take down the Azir. Still, the fight continues here as Kanavi looking for the angle, gets the Wild Growth. That's going to be the end of Lahen's Sponge in so much trouble as well. This Aatrox is completely unstoppable, and he is going to transition that into their first Dragon of the game as well. I mean, man, Kanavi is poised to take over this game completely.
Don't forget that Scout had to flash to kill Zeka. Zeka almost got out. If Zeka lives there, it's even worse. I mean, they really are one step forward as these lanes that are crushing, and he's able to find constant value, even without a global ultimate. So Sponge is still just behind the curve this entire time. He just cannot make the impact.
They are on the same screen as Kanavi. That cannot be a good idea as Sponge dives forward onto Gumayuchi. He flashes away. Kanavi's just posing the question, can they kill him? That's the question, is now in amongst it. Taeyeon going down very, very low. There's a Wild Growth once again as Delight's support is fantastic, but they do manage to take down the Aatrox. The problem is Zeka turns up, and that's going to be 2 on the floor for Nongshim at the same time.
This is a big, big, big disaster for Nongshim here on these bottom lane skirmishes. And we just have
well. And looking for that item number 2 where he can. Might be the 2-item spike in the Collector Infinity Edge that he's going for here. Actually kind of like that. Trying to get a little bit of extra power in those 2 items instead of going for a lot more of these 3-item builds. All right, Kanavi, I don't know about this one as he's just dead.
Like I said, he only goes in. He doesn't know about the other directions.
Yeah. Didn't need to. He could have gone sideways or something, or just gone in elsewhere, because that was not it. But that's okay. I like the gusto.
Yeah, I like the gusto a little bit less, but I thought, you know, it looked really like we were going to put Aatrox to the
Sometimes it's the intention that counts, you know, and he intended to make action happen, Wolf.
He was like, look, I hit this guy with Sunder's guy, then I hit the next guy. I mean, there's something here. I keep pushing. I'm going to get money.
Well, he might actually be able to grab a decent amount of plate gold here, as the Trinity Force is already completed for the Zahin, so we will be cutting through these turrets very effectively. There's the Rift Arrow, gets a decent little charge there, as there's the flash ult from Zeus, as Gumayuchi throws out his ulti as well. That is a dead Taeyeon, just stepping a little bit too far forward.
Yeah, I remember when I said in the draft that he's like, oh, okay, it's a Scion. There'll probably only be one form of engage I'm worried about.
Oh, the hands finds the double Pop Blossom on 2 of the carries here as Gumayuchi is the target, but oh my goodness, gets so much of his health bar back.
There's just not enough damage to take him out there once Taeyeon is gone, even though Scout's trying his best. Kanavi.
Okay, he's not going to die to the turret this time around, as Zeka now could be in a little bit of trouble here, as he does have to shift the sands to make his way out. Delight to slow down Scout with that Glitter Lance. And HLE will be able to back away.
TP from Zane on how to play League of Legends. But like I mentioned in the draft, though, Taeyeon picks the Corki because he's like, okay, there's a Scion, there'll probably be a jungle that engages. I'm a little bit worried about that, as Kingan should be worried.
He should, as Kanavi's going to come in, does land the Q onto Taeyeon here, as the rest of Nongshim will show up. Lahan's not going to get pulled back by those Infernal Chains, but slowed down enough to dissuade the engage.
It's just kind of insane to me that a Quirky got Scion engaged on and then died. See, the fall from Scout is fantastic, but Kanavi has the turret aggro.
Oh, Lahan finds the angle once again onto Gumushi. There's the shockwave, and down he will go. Sponge makes his way in as well. They really threw the kitchen sink at Guma to make sure that he went down, and that is going to be his second death of the game.
Kingen is going to get some extra side lane pressure as we're still fighting.
Yeah, there's another double knock up here as Kanavi comes forward. He's the real carry this game, and down will go Sponge. Now Kanavi's still looking for a little bit more here as he is still alive on Summoner's Rift, so that means he's going to be going in. If there's a turret, does not care.
Like, I kind of said it almost jokingly at the beginning because of how he played that series against T1, but I mean, this is how I'm starting. And like, one day, Kingen will show up for a team fight. You know, it was a bit of a fun time watching Kingen just avoid fights and lost games for Nongshim last year. This game, I'm like, coordinate real 5v5s because right now, Hanwha Life Esports is just calling every shot. And Kanavi is the one who's calling the shots on Hanwha Life.
Okay, Wolf, Kanavi is going in.
He's going.
I don't want to surprise you, but he is just going to look to kill Sponge. Sponge is just dead. Now Taehoon is in between his turrets, and that is an illegal place to be as the Infernal Chains pulls him back. Pop Blossom not going to be enough to save him. Yes, it is. Never mind. Enough to save him here is maybe not enough to save Lahan's as Kanavi has tanked about 11 turret shots here, and he still kills him underneath the turret. My goodness, this guy is so bloodthirsty today.
Scout did not want a TP ult in. He's like, I'm not going to TP and drop an ult on this. This is just doomed. It feels like this whole game, I'm watching 5 members on Hanwha Life Esports walk towards Nongshim and kill them with their fearless leader running forward first. Their Aatrox on now 2.5 items. Like, well, Kanavi's is like, all right, I found the enemy jungler that's 2 levels down. There are teammates nearby. I mean, I'm sure like Guma and crew are like, there might be some bad guys in there, and he's like, that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, that's my goal.
He's like, that's kind of the point. And the fact that this between 2 turrets, Scion is again able to ult Taehoon, a Quirky. And
it's just like perfectly timed, Wolf.
I'm kind of losing it. Like Nongshim. We gotta play a pro game here. Is Hanwha Life Esports is making this look easy. They get the dragon.
Yeah, Nongshim will be able to take their second of the game here as Shockwave still up and available. Let's see whether Kanavi can get in amongst it. Oh my goodness, they're all stacked up. As Kanavi, can he actually find it? Pop Blossom hits onto 3, but the Emperor's Divide is there as well. It's so hard to kill this Aatrox as Sponge survives for a long time, but finally will be taken out. Kingen getting in amongst it, almost picks off 2 as Gumushi limping away with about 100 health, but that is a much better fight here for Nongshim. Not exactly nearby.
Kingen's rotating up faster. And okay, Kanavi, you're walking a tightrope here. Wants to bait them, it feels like.
Yeah. Does get another control ward down here. Doesn't quite find the chains onto Sponge. So the rest of HLE moving on over. Zeus getting himself into position. There's the flash ulti onto 3 as the Q knocks up 2 of them. And there's the shuffle from Zeka. Down will go the Lulu, but it's in trade for 2. One of them being the Eddie carry. And HLE now considering going for a Baron.
I mean, Zeus is making like this Scion look like Kennen or something.
Yeah, right?
He just keeps flashing and getting exactly what he wants. He's gap closing with his flash button. He's using his ultimate at point blank range.
Oh, Pop Blossom does come on through as now Gumushi could be in a little bit of trouble, but it's just
no
Lahan. So I don't know how they were supposed to do anything about that. He does go golden as now Kingen at full health, but he has to face off against Zeus, who is incredibly difficult to kill. There's the W, and the ulti comes through here from Kingen to take down the Aatrox. But he's now into his passive. Scout looking for the angle here as Gumushi is by himself. As now Kingen fighting off Zeus and Zeka here 1 by 1. And he will go down in the process. And Zeka still not able to actually enter the river here, so the Baron will stay alive.
Sponge is back up here. Kanavi's down for 30 seconds, but I just don't think they quite have the damage to do this Baron. Zeka's still alive. Of his Emperor's Divide back up. Zeka did so much damage in that fight as he just kept Kingen at bay despite Guma's death.
There is one thing that I really love about this though, and these are two legend teams. Yeah, this game feels so Rise Group right
now. No, it really does. Just a ragdoll here. It doesn't have any follow-up damage even with Scout's build.
It was a very awkward position for Gumushi to find himself in as well, as he was sort of on the wrong side of the big old rock, but wanted to stay in range to do damage. So Did find himself at the mercy of Scout after that flash did come on through. HLE looking for Soul Point. They will be able to get it.
There's a control ward here. They know that Nongshim are on this, obviously, and they're very aware that they were rotating over, but they can see the timing. They know exactly, we can get this dragon, push mid. There's no way they can do this. They also have Sun Disc, as you can see here, so Nongshim wanted to give Dragon to get Baron, but they will get nothing in return.
Zeus doesn't have flash, so he's not going to be flashing on top of Nongshim this time around, but he can drive a bus towards them if he feels like it. Kanavi now getting very close to the bad guys. Lahens, I'm not sure about this position, but he does sidestep Zeus' ultimate. Still gets slowed down though, as the Roar of the Slayer does come on through, and there is the fully charged Q. Lahens will just be dead.
I didn't see it until just now. When I saw that slow, I was like, does he have Vandal Pipe? He has Vandal Pipes. Zeus built Vandal Pipe.
There we go.
He's gotten a lot of gold this game. He's putting it to good uses. Now Nongshim are looking for a contest.
Well, it could be a 50-50 here as Sponge. He's been pretty good at those in the past. Let's see whether Kanavi can lock this one down. Down to 3,000. Sponge trying to get into the pit here. There's a shockwave! Absolutely insane! This is a triple for Sponge! Does manage to help Taeyeon take down another one as Scout gets pulled back, but it's a quadra kill for the Pantheon! Absolute insanity here for Nongshim, as now they're going to look to push in and break open the base!
Yeah, I mean, 30 seconds on Guma, 40 on Zeka. They have a wave here with a cannon minion. I mean, trying to end here, I think, might be a bridge too far, but they may go for it. They may just also go back and take the Baron. 20 seconds on Aphelios.
I think they might have enough. I think they might be able to do it.
I mean, Scout is so huge this game. This turret is just not going to last long enough, and I think they just barely have enough time here to take this Nexus out. What a silly end. Great combo from Scout.
What a ridiculous game.
That game.